In addition to conservative interventions in Italy and Spain, revolts erupted in Greece in 1821. The Greek Revolution was well noted due to the support and participation it attracted from illustrious writers. They believed that ancient Greek democracy was being reborn. The Greeks wanted their freedom from the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire was weak and unstable in comparison to growing European nations because they did not change their political or economic structures as times evolved. The Eastern question was raised about how to keep Ottoman possessions stable. Britain, France, and Russia had interest in Ottoman territories in the Balkans. Eventually, they decided that an independent Greece would be strategically beneficial as it wouldn't threaten any of their national securities. In 1830, the Treaty of London declared Greece an independent kingdom.
The year 1830 also saw the establishment of a second independent state on the Balkan Peninsula. Since the late 18th century, some Serbians wanted independence from the Ottoman Empire. During the Napoleonic Wars, Serbia's fate had been linked to Russian policy and the Russian relations within the Ottoman Empire. However, a remarkable Serbian leader, Karađorđe, led a war against the Ottomans. This war was ultimately unsuccessful. However, it helped develop a greater sense of national belonging among some Serbs and attracted the interests of the great powers.
Tsar Alexander I came to power in Russia after his father, Paul, was dethroned in a palace coup. As a ruler, Alexander often used liberal rhetoric, but continued Russia's absolutist policies in practice. Southern society and Northern society were formed secretly to protest Alexander's repressive policies. The Southern society, led by Pestel, advocated for representative government and the abolition of serfdom. The Northern society was more moderate, favored constitutional monarchy, and also wanted the abolition of serfdom, but also wanted to protect the interests of the aristocracy. When Tsar Alexander died unexpectedly, his brother Nicholas claimed the throne.
Nicholas I was the younger brother of his predecessor, Alexander I. He inherited his brother's throne despite the failed Decembrist revolt against him, and went on to become the most reactionary of all Russian leaders. His aggressive foreign policy involved many expensive wars, having a disastrous effect on the empire's finances. He was successful against Russia's neighboring southern rivals as he seized the last territories in the Caucasus held by Persia. This newly gained geographical advantage catapulted Russia to a new stance on the forefront of political power in conservativist Europe.
On December 26, 1825, the army was suppressed to swear oath of allegiance to Nicholas. Most regiments took it, but the Moscow regiment marched into Senate Square in St. Petersburg and refused the oath. Although the Decembrist revolt failed, it was the first rebellion in modern Russian history that had specific political goals. Nicholas came to symbolize the most extreme form of 19th century autocracy. He knew that social and economic growth required reform, but he was afraid of change. His only significant reform was the codification of law. There was much divide in Russia during Nicholas's reign because of disagreement among the higher-ranking Russian officials.